Also, my view, and I've made this very clear, is Solana's my favorite horse in the race of the big ones. This is a new digital economy, and it's an emerging market, and it's the fastest growing market we've ever seen. Versus 5x in Solana, or whatever it'll do next year, 10x. So I'll update you on roughly where you are. Business cycle, nothing changed. Over time, inflation down. Over time, unemployment probably rises a little bit. Not a great deal. Growth, sluggish. We're at the bottom of the RSM cycle right now, so growth will be slow. It'll feel a bit recessionary. We're already seeing some more layoffs across various companies. Growth remains lackluster. China is obviously extremely slow. The outcome will be more monetary easing, whether it's cutting of rates or using liquidity, which will raise asset prices. Crypto and technology are the things that are following the forward liquidity cycle. So anyway, so hopefully 2024 is a banner macro year. That's how I'm thinking about it. Should be pretty straightforward. Election cycle, more cowbell. They always have to hand out cookies to the kids, the voters, at election time, and this will be no different. Let's do crypto quickly. ETF. Hell yeah, that was a bit of justification after fucking 10 years of fighting. It reminds me a lot of the late 90s, and I was trading a lot then. I was at Goldman as well then, and what you found is after the IPO, it would launch and it would be choppy as hell for a while. Sometimes it would sell off quite sharply. Facebook sold off really sharply as people took profits, repositioned. Now, don't forget, a lot of people have front run this ETF, so they were going to want to unwind, and many of those are going to switch to ETH that I've talked about before. They think, rightly so, that ETH is the most likely candidate for the next ETF. And if Bitcoin went up 100% because of this ETF, ETH will go up 300% because it's less liquid, put the same amount of money in. So you're going to see volatility. And I've always reminded you guys in the do not fuck it up mantra, part of that is expect 30, 35% pullbacks. Could be less, but just expect them. And that often happens when you get to this kind of 61.8% Fibonacci level in the first leg of the bull run. It often corrects sharply. People get washed out, leverage is cleared out, and then the real run starts. And the real run is the run to all-time highs and beyond. That usually starts around the halving. So I'm guessing there's maybe a month or two of chop. And chop in crypto markets is like down 30%. It's just sideways chop. So just be careful out there. I could be wrong, could keep sailing higher, but it just feels like it's trading a bit heavy. And even if it does as a spurt higher, I don't think it makes much progress yet. But this ETF, it's going to attract people because the markets have been strong. Last year, crypto, Bitcoin itself was 160%, right? That doesn't go unnoticed, considering even the NASDAQ managed 50%. So it's like 3x the NASDAQ. Also, my view, and I've made this very clear, is Solana's my favorite horse in the race of the big ones. I think the first phase is always Bitcoin outperforming. Next is Ethereum. It's at this point in the cycle when the global liquidity turns higher. And when global liquidity turns higher and you've got a catalyst like the ETH ETF, it'll start picking steam. We saw that last couple of days. It was like, wow, okay, ETH is really trying to outperform. I think it bottomed on the massive ETH wedge chart that I put on Twitter yesterday. And I think it will continue higher over time. And I think ETH massively outperforms Bitcoin for the rest of this cycle. So that's the kind of flow, is Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, with Solana at the top of the pie. But good luck to you. And hopefully you pick the next 100x. That's not the game I'm trying to play here. Yes, I have a small filthy degen bag on the side, which I won't tell you what's in it, because then I'll be accused of shilling, and Twitter is a gruesome, disgusting place of which everybody will try and lynch me if one of those tokens goes down. So I'm sticking with the big stuff. But really, this is a trade deal between Fiat World and Crypto Land. And it's a trade deal because the capital that's flowing into Crypto Land is not permanent residency. These are not migrants. If you remember, population growth, GDP growth is population growth plus productivity growth plus debt growth. This is not population growth coming into crypto land. That has to be new wallets and actual self-custody or on crypto exchanges and all of that stuff. The best example of this I can give you is China entering the WTO. That was a classic example of opening up a market that had much higher rates of return and absorbed huge amounts of capital over time. And I think crypto will absorb huge amounts of capital over time. But remember, these people are tourists. This is not even foreign direct investment, FDI. That would be VC money. What this is speculative hot money flows into this new economy. And one day it'll wash out again too. So be careful of that. While we want to encourage them, while it's going to help our ecosystem grow, while it's going to create more capital, more opportunities, it'll move your bag as well. This is not permanent residency in our world. This is a new digital economy, and it's an emerging market, and it's the fastest growing market we've ever seen. In dollar terms, of pretty much all of the major emerging markets is India, which I bleated endlessly on about. But India underperforms the NASDAQ. NASDAQ underperforms crypto. I choose to ride the fastest horse. If everything's fucking correlated, then what's the point of having a diverse portfolio? That's not for everybody. That's just how I see things. And I have the most concentrated portfolio I've ever had in my entire life because I think it's all one bet. And it depends on what your risk objectives are and how much risk you will accept for that reward. And everyone has a different objective here. Don't just trade on any 100x coin. Have an allocation which is like 90% core, large crypto, 10% for degening. Do anything you want in that, because then it'll all go to zero. You'll prove to yourself that you're actually shit at this game, and buy and holding works. But if you want to prove to yourself how shit you are, please have 10% to do that, and then laugh at your bag of shrapnel. By the next time we go through the cycle, I've got a bag of shrapnel. I'm no better than you guys. I just know that buying and holding. Alex Riddle, Raoul, when cycle is near end, do you sell your bags and rotate into Bitcoin? I didn't do any selling this time around. I kept with what I did and then added, and it's worked phenomenally well. And then I did the asset switch from ETH to Solana. I probably wouldn't go. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I actually don't know. I'll probably certainly take some lifestyle chips off because I've been in this. It's not an easy fucking trade, and I've run it now for a few years. So I'd take some lifestyle chips off in 2025 and run the rest, and maybe reallocate. Who the hell knows? Too early to tell, my friend. Too early to tell. Raoul, with Bitcoin ETFs being approved and expected increase in liquidity, macro regime shows switching to summer, feels like a great opportunity to increase exposure to crypto. I'm curious what I may be overlooking, or should I monitor closely? Yeah, I agree with you. What would be the icing on the cake if you're not fully allocated? I'm obviously up to my eyeballs in crypto allocations. But if you weren't, if you were a little more sensible than I, then you should buy. If we get a sell-off or a sideways consolidation that I was talking about, this is a gift of opportunity. The world, I am very optimistic about many, many things, particularly the world of investing. And what confuses people is I am optimistic because I think it's absolutely fucked. We've broken the global economy. We've broken financial markets. We've broken trust. And that means that more liquidity is the only answer to drive this beast. And that drives markets higher. Now, when we go out towards 2030 and beyond, I don't even know what the world's going to look like anymore. I spent my whole life living in the future, and I do not know the disruption of AI, robots, genetics, abundant near free energy, all of the things that are coming. I think it just completely changes. It's a singularity event for economies as well as humanity. And I think it might change economies first. I don't know what businesses even survive, what new businesses are, what the business models are. I know nothing. And meanwhile, we've got probably 2 cycles less left to not fuck this up. But I think overall, generally on a macro secular theme, I'm usually not wrong. Any news about Solana? How's Fire Dancer doing? I don't actually know. I mean, it's in beta. I haven't heard anything. We've not seen anything online that anything's going wrong. So I presume the beta's moving ahead, and by the summer, it'll come out. Why are MicroStrategies? I don't really understand it. It was a Bitcoin proxy. I think it'll probably trade at a discount to its holdings now. Yes, I understand there's a cash flowing business within it, but it's been a dying or stagnant business for a while. This is no bad thing about Michael Saylor, but I just don't see why a proxy like that should trade like it does. It's kind of like GBTC started trading at huge discounts. So I actually think it trades at a discount to its holdings over time. I'm not sure. So I prefer the ETF. I would just, pure play ETF, do that if that's what you need. But Tad, I'd be embarrassed if you were buying ETFs because I know you and you should be owning it in your own wallet. David Thompson, any idea how much BTC OTC supply is out there? Seems like ETFs are going to burn through the OTC supply. OTC supply is just large pools of liquidity sourced by other people, and it's over the counter, so not listed on exchange. Sorry, the dog is scratching at my door endlessly. She's driving me nuts. It's like a firm like Galaxy. They will provide pricing. They will then go and hedge it in the market. So there's no such thing as like this OTC pool. It's just where you go to get somebody to find all and source all the risk for you that you're requesting. Frank Anthony, Raoul, have you considered putting the bond trade back on? No, because I've now come round to the fact that everything is a suboptimal expression of the same trade. And the trade is liquidity. And the optimal expression is crypto and technology. And so I would rather put risk capital into that trade than the bond trade. And, a lot is priced into the bond market. So I just don't think it's as attractive. I just think, what do I rather do? Make a decent, rally, 30, 40% rally in the bond market and go, well, that's great. 30% rally, let's say. Unbelievably good year in bonds. Versus 5x in Solana or whatever it'll do next year. 10x. Oh, I did 10x last year. Whatever. It's just like, none of it compares. Just none of it compares. So I just don't do it.
Hey, crypto architects. Today I've got something truly exciting for you that could not only boost your trading journey, but also fill your wallet with some free rewards. Are you ready? Let's dive in. I know you're always on the lookout for the best opportunities, and today, I've got a golden ticket for you with our friends of Bings. For only the first 50 new signups who register with the link in the description, we'll give away 50 USDT for free. But that's not all. After signing in, deposit only $50 to get another $50 trading bonus to surf this amazing bull run. Well, Binx has set up some incredible bonuses based on your deposit and trading activities. The more you trade, the bigger the bonus. It's as simple as that. Remember, this is exclusively for new users who sign up through our link. And trust me, you wouldn't want to miss this chance. So, crypto architects, what are you waiting for? Sign up, trade, and let's watch those rewards roll in. Thank you for joining us today on this insightful journey into the world of crypto and investing. If you found value in today's discussion and want to stay updated on future crypto news and market insights, don't forget to hit subscribe button below and click the notification bell. By subscribing, you'll be part of our growing community, gaining exclusive access to timely analyses and strategies. I look forward to having you with us in the next video.